Hey guys, my name is Meg and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first ever video and I don't have any fancy setup or a fancy camera. I don't know how to edit well either. I just want to make this video telling my story so that people know that they are not alone. I don't know how many people it's going to reach. I don't know if it's going to reach one person either. And if it does, and even if it helps one person, then I think my job is done. The year was 2018 2019, and I was in 8th grade in 2018, and I only had girlfriends. I did have guy friends, but like I was closer to the girlfriends than I was to the guy friends. And instead of focusing on studies, instead of focusing on teaching, my teachers focused on that part a lot, so they were against it. They were completely against it. So they started a campaign, I don't know, like internal. They started discussing how to separate me from the girls and make me friends with the boys. They tried everything in their power, and I'll get to that one by one. I think the first incident happened when I was sitting with my friends, they were girls, in the school canteen, and the school principal called me to her office and she was like, "Why are you only friends with girls? People won't like it. People will think differently of you. Be friends with the boys. Be don't hang out with the girls." And I said, I didn't say anything. I was like an 8th grader. I was scared. But I didn't stop hanging out with my girlfriends because they were my only friend. Like, why would I stop? Like, and I was a very good student in school. Like, I was A plus student. So I don't even know why my teachers were so against me being friends with girls. It was not hampering my studies. It was not hampering my exams. It was not hampering my studies. It was not hampering my homework. The main things that is needed in school, but they were very against it. So my principal called me and told me that. I didn't tell anyone because I thought my friends would stop hanging out with me. That happened, and a few days later, so one teacher who had a personal vendetta with me and my friends punished us. He told us to stand outside the classroom, and we did because what other option did we have? But our principal saw us and she called. We were in grade 9, I think, then. Our principal called us and she hit us with a bamboo stick in our hands. She first hit all my girlfriends and then she hit me. But while hitting me, she made a remark that, "Are all the boys in your class dead? Why are you only hanging out with the girls?" And mind you, the punishment was for no reason whatsoever. We were not talking in class. My friend just asked me for a pen. I gave her, and he thought we were having a full on gossip session, and we did not. We were really focusing in our class. But he didn't believe that. We were sent, and principal called us, and in front of grade 10, we were hit by a bamboo stick by the principal. And she told me that, "Why are all the boys in your class dead? Why are you only hanging out with the girls?" And she was like she was screaming at me that. And she hit me too, and then we were told to raise our hands for 40 minutes and just and stand there in grade 10 in different corners of the room. We did, and we were made fun of for like the rest of the school year. I was made fun of for the rest of the school year because she said that in front of everyone. And I still don't see the problem of me hanging out with girls only and not with boys. I think I still don't see it. I still don't see it. So that happened, and the next instance was one of the teachers from our school told my mother that I was only hanging out with girls and not with boys, and I needed to be stopped. My mother was confused too because she was like, "What's wrong with it?" And they were like, "Do you not see the wrong?" And she was like, "No." And then that didn't work either, so they started telling my friends to stop talking to me for my betterment. They literally told all my girlfriends to stop talking to me for my betterment. They told them that if they stop talking to me, then they will hamper my future, which I still don't understand why they said that. My friends stopped talking to me. They were 8th graders too, so I don't blame them. But my friends stopped talking to me, and I was isolated. because I had guy friends, but I was not close with them at all like that. And my only friends, the school told them to not talk to me. So I used to eat my lunch alone. I used to do things alone. And I, as a eighth grader, was I think I was a ninth grade, eighth, ninth grade. This is 2008 to 2019. So I, as an eighth grader, ninth grader, I was confused. I didn't know what to do. I was sad every day. I didn't want to go to school. And that's when my academics dropped. It didn't drop when I was friends with the girls. It dropped when teachers started planning against me and told my friends to not talk to me. My friends did start talking to me after 2 3 weeks, but the same thing started happening again and again. Like my teacher was constantly reminding them to not talk to me. Then they stopped talking to me for a few days. Then they continued talking to me, and that continued. And I was mentally tired. I didn't want to go to school because I didn't know what would come today. Like, will my friends talk to me or will my friends not talk to me? Will I be alone during lunch or will my friends eat with me willingly? And after that, they were still trying. They forced me to play sports. I did. I wasn't good at it, but I did. They forced me to play sports. They forced me to be with the boys as much as they could, but like I couldn't hang out with them. I just didn't vibe with them. Like they were my good friends too, but you know the way I vibed with my other friends and things like that happened for a whole 2 school years, 2018 and 2019. They were my teachers were constantly making remarks about me, telling my friends not to talk to me, calling me in the principal office, like telling me not to hang out with the girls and whatnot. I, as an eighth grader who was 14-year-old, 15, who was 14, 15, I was mentally tired. My grades in 2019 dropped because I was generally scared to go to school because I know what would come next. Will my friends talk to me? Will my friends not talk to me? Like, it would be like my friends would start the day, start the school talking to me, and then we would have a break, recess, and then my friends would stop talking to me. Like, they would act like I didn't exist. I would call them, and they would not talk to me. It was because my teacher told them not to talk to me. So things like that continued for a whole school year, and 2019 stopped. I was scared, genuinely scared to continue my school in grade 10. And then 2020 happened. I was scared to go to school because I thought it would the same thing would repeat, but lockdown struck. And after lockdown, our school only started fully continuing in 2022, which is when I was in grade 12. And I wouldn't say things got better. The remarks were still there, but my friends stopped listening to the teachers. They started talking to me, and I was not scared to go to the school anymore. And my teachers eventually gave up of trying to separate me from my friends and trying to make me friends with the boys. After that, my school was over. I haven't met any single teacher since then, and I hope I don't because they made my life not so enjoyable for 2 whole school years, trying to separate me from my friends, trying to separate a 13-year-old, 14-year-old from his friends just because they weren't of the same gender. And I still don't see a problem with that, being friends with opposite gender and being close with them. I don't know how they thought that it would hamper my studies because it didn't. The only time it hampered my studies was when they separated me from my friends. And I just don't see the issue still to this day. I don't see the issue. So, yes, that was the end of my story and how things happened for me. So, anyone who is going through the same or who has went through the same and think they're alone, you are most definitely not. Some teachers are just not meant to be teachers because teachers are supposed to be our safe space. We in our school year spend time with them more than we spend with our parents. And if they treat their students like that, then what are you a teacher for? Make your students feel comfortable, make your students feel as welcomed as possible. I don't know how many people this video will reach. I don't know if it'll reach even one person, but if it does and it helps someone, I just want you to know you're not alone and that keep fighting. If you are still going through it, keep fighting. Try to tell your parents about it, and if you have done fighting, I'm proud of you. And yeah, that's the end. Please do subscribe. I will be bringing more videos like this because this wasn't the only experience I had at school. I have had worse experiences for the same reasons, for the different reasons, but I have had worse experiences and I will be bringing more story times like this. So please do subscribe, and I have linked my Instagram in my YouTube bio. Follow me there because I will be posting a Q&A video soon, and I will be posting the Q&A sticker on Instagram story. You can ask me stuff there, and I will also answer your questions very soon. So yeah, please do subscribe, and I will be coming with more videos like this so that people know that they're not alone and they have me as a friend, as a brother, as whoever you want to see me as. I'm always here for you guys. Please do subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.